dogs, nigga.
Whoa, look. Good boy.
Chillin', homie. Same shit, different day.
See the Street Fighter in the background and all that.
Oh, that's Pat Stay's song that we put on the Pat and Verb battle that's dropping tomorrow.
Oh, okay, that's fire.
Yeah, gotta try to look out for the music too. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real talk, man. I just want to say congratulations. Just to start it off saying, with the 1 million view battle, Mook and Verb, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And big shout out to Mook. Big shout out to Verb. Shout out to the whole Rare Breeds event. Everybody that touched that stage on August 18th. The fans, the bloggers, the media such as yourself. Everybody that supported. Man, listen. Appreciate it all. Trust me.
Nah, real talk, man. I seen you put a couple posts up. Snoop Dogg watching the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's literally the most eyes and impactful battle that a lot of people saying this at this point that we've had in a long time, in a very, very long time. You're talking Snoop, you're talking Wyclef, you're talking Jadakiss, you're talking The Game, you're talking LL Cool J, you're talking Tatum, Beasley, the basketball player. Shit, you're talking so many celebrities was tuned in. Omar Epps, movie stars, rappers, basketball players. It was wild, man. It's definitely wild.
And they engaged too, breaking it down, debating. You know what I'm saying? Dave East like, Harlem won that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Really try to get Eminem to tweet about it. You know what I'm saying? But we're told that he was definitely watching the stream. Because Direct is close friends with Alchemist, and Alchemist was telling Direct that M is tuned in. We asked Alchemist to ask M to get a tweet, but M is a secluded guy, so we didn't have high expectations for that. But it's definitely a big moment in not just battle rap but hip hop history, and it feels good to have a moment like this marked on the hip hop timeline. It really does.
Nah, real talk, man. And how does it feel just to finally crack? Get. Is this the first? This is the official first 1 million view battle.
Yeah.
For RB. Yeah.
You want to know what's so crazy? It's like when people say that, or when we say it, people's like they damn near don't believe us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like, nah, y'all are 5 years in. Y'all have always had this reputation for crazy cards, crazy battles, crazy classics. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the brick by brick thing, you know what I'm saying? And knowing that sometimes even your viewership doesn't mean that you don't have the best quality, you know what I'm saying? The smartest man in the room doesn't necessarily have to be the richest man in the room or the happiest man in the room. Like, there's trade-offs sometimes when you're on this building path that we've been on ever since we deployed the channel and announced RBE in late 2013. You know what I'm saying? It's a building path, so you got classics like even a Big Cannon versus Mr. Mills. That's one of Shotta's favorite battles on the channel. You know what I'm saying? A battle like that, if we dropped it now, maybe it would do 250,000 views because it was that crazy. You got like maybe a Old Red versus Oop. That battle was on World Star and shit like that. Crazy battle. Battle like that to me deserves to be 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? Daylight and Oops, hopefully if we cracking that soon, deserves to be. Arsenal and QB is up there. Classics, man. There's so many classics in on our channel. We've stayed so busy over the years, and but for this one to be the first one, it's still special. You know what I'm saying? Because any of those battles could be 1 million views based on quality, if you ask me. But Mook and Verb getting the first is I don't know, maybe it was meant to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. I mean, it's definitely opened up the floodgates to debate, to people wanting to analyze bars deeper, and you know what I'm saying, which is all a good thing for the culture. So definitely.
Pandemonium out there, man. Pandemonium. Like even some of the controversial stuff that's going on right now, there's just so much talk and so much energy out there. And whether directly or indirectly, it feels like a lot of what's going on, whether good or bad talk, is tied in some way to Mook and Verb. Like, it's just we said it would shift the culture in multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? We
Oh,
said,
facts.
and it has.
Now, after the battle, people are speculating, man, what's next for both of these competitors, for Mook, for Verb, you know what I'm saying? We seeing all different angles. We hearing, potentially Mook and Lux battling Hitman and Verb and St. Louis, things like that. Like, what's your thoughts on just the rumblings? Is this something that you would even be interested in? Like,
I think in terms of just battle rap, I think those guys, they got a lot of energy behind them and a lot of momentum. I'm pretty sure they're going to capitalize on as soon as possible, as soon as the right situation is on deck. As far as RBE, we real cool with both of those guys. Mook side, Verb side. Verb he since day one did our first card. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking forward to working with both of those guys again ASAP. I'm seeing all the fucking tweets and all the bullshit that I don't want to call it bullshit, but the stuff you're seeing. Lux and Verb is locked in on RBE. Mook and Rock might be locked in on RBE. Sometimes the speculation is healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything is locked in. I'm not saying anything is not locked in. But Mook and Verb know what it is, man. They got a lot of support on the RBE side. You know what I'm saying? They support us also. So keep telling y'all, stay tuned, right? Last time we spoke, you asked me what was up next, and I said we want to take a little vacay, man, try to relax, because it feels like we've been working non-stop since May. It feels like an everyday job, you know what I'm saying, when we had the Rare Breeds card on the way. But I told you, I said sometimes a vacation for us could be like right back within 2 to 3 weeks, and as you see, we dropped an announcement this morning. So that's probably why I sound like this. I sound a little tired. You know what I'm saying?
You've been working overtime.
Man, because battle rap is just a piece of what I gotta do day to day. Just a small piece. So every time things ramp up for RBE, it's just energy and attention that I gotta stay in tune with. I mean, shout out to the whole RBE team, the staff, and everybody behind us, definitely.
With that event, are we? Because it's such a fast turnout for the Mook and Verb battle, for you guys to drop it and everything like that. Are we gonna see a lot of the other battles dropping real soon too? Or how?
Yeah, yeah. We want to go as back to back as possible, provided that each battle that's dropping has the attention that it deserves. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say we drop Ice versus King Los Next, and the battle rap world goes crazy, then it's going to get its respect and its proper due on the channel. And then right after that, hopefully come with the next one. But one thing you're going to see is you're going to see a little bit of a mix. Like we're dropping the Verb versus Pat Stay, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow, which is Monday, depending on when y'all see this. It might be out already. But that's going back to Pearly Gates 2, and we're gonna mix in Pearly Gates 2 and Rare Breeds, try to get all of our footage out to the fans, you know what I'm saying, as fast as possible. Like even B Magic and J Murda might be right after A Verb and Pat Stay. You got even 1SK battles. You gotta respect everybody on the card. Like, I want those 1SK battles from Pearly Gates 2 to drop, you know what I'm saying. But obviously, people's asking for Pat versus Danny. They're asking for Iron Big K. They're asking for Ice and Lowe's. They're asking for all, the whole Rare Breeds event. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get all of those out to y'all. We're gonna get everything out to y'all. I promise. We're working.
One thing I wanted to ask you. I had a conversation with Big T, and he was just talking about how how hard it was for him to have to go last with him and Ill Will, and he feeling like, damn, it was a little bit unfair. He said, nah, I love that ARP, I love rocking with them, but he said that day, just for the impact of what that did, and then for them to have to go last and them being there so early, he said that was just such a hard mountain in a sense to climb. And it felt like it was kind of like he felt a little like, damn, why, like, he got the bad end of it, kind of type of situation.
I saw that interview. And the first thing I did when I saw that interview was I hit Big T up in private.
Okay.
Say, so that we could just make sure that we on the same page and we can get right. Because we didn't wait this long to get Big T on to have his battle not look the best that we can help him have it look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm 100% sure that Big T knows that it's nothing personal at all. There's no attempts ever to. we would never try to spoil a battle that we paid thousands of dollars for.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like Big T, you know, he gets paid. I'm not putting people's numbers out there, but Big T gets paid. You know what I'm saying? Ill Will is not cheap either. Both those guys is out of state, flown in. You know, hotels and flights and all that stuff. You know, it's not cheap for any of these battles that are fan favorites. So we're not here to try to put any of our battles or battlers in a bad spot. But I did tell T, and I'll say it publicly as well. It doesn't matter to me. That we could see how his performance was impacted by going on 8th. Big T was told, as well as many other people behind the scenes that know this, that the Rare Breeds card was never meant to be 8 battles.
Okay. It's
never meant to be 8 battles. And I'm going to continue speaking on this Big T thing, and it's going to take me into something that I want to speak on about Episode 5 that's coming up right off of this, November 3rd with this K-Shine announcement. If people go back on the channel, you know, we was doing blogs and I was doing interviews explaining that we want to try to start a new trend, or well, at least for RBE. That's one thing that I love about being Rare Breeds Entertainment, is that we've always dared to go left or try to be different, dare to try new things, dare to push new things into the battle rap culture. And one thing we started talking about leading into Pearly Gates 2, that had Verb and Pat Stay and Magic and Murda and Ill Will and Math and all of that. We were saying that we want to try to do 4 battle cards. We want to try to do shorter events and shorter streams. We were promoting like that, and that's why Pearly Gates 2 was a 4 battle card. We're trying to help, but we see all the complaints about being in these venues and standing on your feet forever. We see all these complaints about people having to sacrifice their entire Saturday for being on a stream. Like, there's a lot of streams that we all do, you know, and Rare Breeds Entertainment included. Well, you might log on at 12 o'clock, 1 p.m., and you might still be sitting there till 10 p.m., which means you got to sacrifice your entire Saturday to be in the loop or to possibly catch your main event or something like that. And we're all human, and I think that that's painful. So for Lift of Soul 5, we are trying to get out of that building and off that stream by the latest 6 p.m. for Lift of Soul 5. I want us to promote that, and I want the fans to try to hold us to that, because that is our goal. So that if you got something going on that night, birthday, hanging out, going out, you don't feel like you lost your whole Saturday. Now, let me keep this still twisted into Big T. I'm not getting off of the Big T thing. With that concept, we had that same concept to lead into Rare Breeds. That's why we started promoting it for Pearly Gates 2. Because of some of the things that was happening in the game around that involved the Rare Breeds 2 card, we doubled the card. Okay? Murda Mook and Verb was supposed to be on a 4 battle card. A lot of people behind the scenes know this. A lot of people behind the scenes was told this all the way back in May. You know, but we doubled the card, you know, for reasons behind the scenes, because of things that was going on, right? And we obviously went through what we went through and pulled off one of the biggest events in a long time. But it was stressful, it was painful, and it was never our intention to do 8 battles. And then you got battlers or battles like a Big T and an Ill Will that gets impacted by that. You know, we haven't done that many battles on the card since 2014, right? We're actually trying to get down and decrease a new concept and a new direction in battle rap and get people out that venue and off that stream earlier. And you're going to see that on Lift of Soul 5. So, unfortunately, because of the way we were reacting to certain things and double the card, somebody was going to unfortunately take that hit when we already have an agreement with Murda Mook and Verb that battle's going on no later than 6th. You know what I'm saying? That was always our agreement. That was always something that we wanted to do. That was something that we knew we couldn't risk it going on too late in a card, because we knew how much that battle meant to the battle rap culture and how many eyes and scrutiny would be on RBE if that battle, you know, didn't deliver on the RBE side. If there was anything that RBE did to compromise that battle. And that's not to slight anybody else on the card, it's just the reality of what we had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like we can have classics on the card. You can have Swave and B Dot. You can have Os and Ice. You can have these amazing battles on the card. But we know the bloggers, the media, the fans will hang us if RBE has something that they don't deliver correctly around Murda Mook versus Verb. So we all had the agreement of getting it on in the middle of the card. But once again, the card was only 8 battles as a reaction to things that we felt we wanted to do because of behind the scenes stuff. Okay. So we're getting back to that from Liquor Soul 5. So people like Ill Will and Big T, big shout out to them. It was never meant to be an 8 battle card. And I definitely understand Big T's frustration, which is why I reached out to him personally after I saw your interview. You know what I'm saying? And we even tried to do things fair in the building. So everybody that was there, remember, like, I got on that stage and I even asked the crowd, like, after Big K and Iron Solomon, what battle y'all want to see next? Y'all want to see Pat Stay and Danny, or y'all want to see Ill Will and Big T? Just trying to be as fair as possible to the artists that still remain to touch the stage, as well as the fans that's there to see the show. You know, and then the crowd reacted heavily to Pat Stay and Danny. They went on, and then Will and Big T went last. But big shout out to Big T, big shout out to Ill Will, and even going through the battle with that, you know, with lesser energy in the room and coming behind Murda Mook and Verb. I tip my hat to those fellas for that. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to them. Big shout out to them. And T also knows that's another thing too. Fuck it, I might as well clear up while I'm here. I have full respect for Big T's frustration in that interview. So I'm not coming at him at all. I don't want to say anything that makes it sound like I'm trying to clean something up. I want to respect his frustration from that interview. But like the whole Entourage thing, for example, you know, Ill Will. And Ill Will knows this. Ill Will had the same amount of pluses or comps that Big T had. We would never say, all right, you could have this amount of people that comes in as your entourage and you have this amount, and we purposely make this amount more so that you have more support in the crowd or something like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. We would never do that. The only way somebody would have more entourage in the building with them than the other person is if it was involved in some form of negotiations as the battle was getting set up. Like, there are battlers that like to take cuts on their money because they want their entourage added, because maybe they feel like people in their entourage may not have the money to come and be at the event with them, but they want them there. So they're like, yo, take it out of my money. Shit like that happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that is reality. But there was a bunch of homies in the building, and shout out to Nakia.
I was about to say, you know.
Yeah, there was a bunch of homies in the building, and shout out to Nakia. They were not on the list. You know, I wouldn't say this on camera right now, like, so somebody could go fact check me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that I seen that wasn't necessarily on the list, but I honestly think that they were with somebody that paid for them. I'll text you that behind the scenes. I think there was because there was some spots on the list that didn't show up and was crossed off, and we were able to sell a few more tickets at the door. There was even people that was there like, damn, I just hope that there's a spot that opens up, because we went based on the count. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you get there might be like 10 people on the list that didn't show up. For example, like The Source. The Source had 7 spots held early. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Nikki from The Source. She was the one that was there covering the event with us, her and a few of her writers. And like, she hit me up like the day of, and then it turned out to only be like 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? That's 5 spots that free up. You know what I mean? So we ended up being able to sell some of those at the door. And I'm pretty sure that somebody that was with Team Hami purchased some of those tickets at the door. You know what I mean? And I'm only saying all of that once again because if somebody even lets their mind go like we would do something to harm their battle or make the entourages purposely uneven as if we have some type of favoritism, I'll fucking just put it on camera and say all the behind the scenes shit that y'all could just go fact check. But big shout out to Big T and big shout out to Ill Will. It's always respect, y'all know what it is.
Y'all was sleeping on the raw nigga. Y'all bitches fuck with some busters, it's like they ride diggers. A million bags, rap city, you can find niggas. Bagging 50s and dime figures, my niggas. If Briz say it's a problem, then we gon' find niggas. Speed trapping in VA like your boy find niggas. I line niggas, line fiends in live districts. Give them a credit line, recoup like I sign niggas. Whoa.